I am excited to share something brand new with everybody today. And you might have noticed this very bold, very vibrant splash of color across not only our communications for this Kickstart event, but also all over today's PowerPoint. And this isn't just our theme for Kickstart, but this is actually our new 2026 Harcourts brand accent. So that being said, I want to show kind of a full screen reveal of this design, even though you've kind of seen it teased here a little bit. Now, this beautiful little sticker design that we've come up with, when the idea of it first came to life, we knew that landing on this design wouldn't be simple. We didn't want something flat. We didn't want something corporate or overly polished. And this painted design really came to life by our Harcourts design team. So we took this, we tweaked it into exactly what you're looking at here. And this ultimately is what we fell in love with. It felt creative, it felt bold, it felt on brand, and something that could ultimately be recognizable when you guys are using it across your marketing. So let's take a look at the brand accent kind of in action so you can get a vision for what we're thinking of how you can use this. So we're looking at it here, obviously across a couple flyers as our first sample here. And why are we calling this a brand accent? The answer is simple, because half our corporate office is Australian. And that's supposed to be a joke, which is really hard to tell on a webinar because I get absolutely no reaction. So we're just going to move forward
Still as
with that
corny
one.
as when you first said it to me. Still as corny. Yeah.
I know, but it was pretty good and I'm enjoying it. So why is this being called a brand accent? It's not a new logo. It's not a brand refresh, or it's not a rebrand, excuse me. It's small, it's an accent, it's an intentional detail that is going to make our marketing a little bit more recognizable. I see it being used as a tool to elevate our marketing, but it's a sticker that you guys can really put anywhere. It's small and able to be placed on really anything when it comes to flyers and socials and things. So we wanted this to be something that when someone looks at your marketing and they come across your socials and they see a flyer out and about and maybe they see your signboard, it instantly says Harcourts without you having to say anything. All right, so here's showcasing it across our flyers. Now, when it comes to property marketing, we see it. You can obviously use it just as the simple H design along with your office logo or however you want to use it. But we also, on our property related marketing, see it being used as ability for you to tell whether your property is just listed or it's an open house flyer or it's a sold listing, however that may be. So the status of your property as well. Okay, why is this not flicking forward for me? There we go. Here's a couple examples of it being used on social media posts. Again, the example in the phone is another property related social post, but the other examples, your current market snapshots and our global stats and things like that showcase how you can really use the same design just with the logo so that you're getting that same feel with any marketing or any social post that you're doing. This could be used on postcards, on listing presentations. It could be even a sold sticker, which I'll show you in a moment, across your for sale signboards. So the idea behind this accent is going to hopefully be update an updated design annually. So my plan is to provide a new design at each Kickstart, keeping something feeling fresh, modern, but always this kind of bold thought behind it so that it keeps that energy each year. So one of my favorite ways, and I just mentioned this, but that we envisioned using this splash of color is kind of a sold sticker like this on our signage. And the idea took inspiration from our Harcourt signage in Australia. They use sold stickers much more than we do here. It's much more common thing to see across their signboards. They're a little bit bigger than ours. While sign riders are typically more common here in the US, maybe above or below your signage. But this sticker kind of gives us an opportunity to introduce something a little bit different and be a little bit of a small point of difference. So I'm picturing this sticker as like a vinyl sticker that can be removed without damaging your sign, and then maybe having a few of these on hand. So when you're ready to use them, you can place them on your signboards. Now I'm doing research with our Build a Sign team to get options for you to order these. But alternatively, if you have a print vendor that you've ordered from in the past or you're comfortable with, we can also supply you with this design and you can have printed locally as well. Quick disclaimer, because I have to mention this, signage rules and regulations vary by city and neighborhood and different HOAs. So using the sticker should always be applied responsibly and in accordance with whatever local guidelines you're following. I have to throw that disclaimer in here because where it can be a fun idea, I just want to make sure that it's appropriate across each neighborhood that it's being used in. Okay, this splash of color isn't replacing anything that already works for you. If you guys just prefer to, or if stickers are allowed, I should say, this can be a little bold, eye-catching option. But if you prefer to use sign writers, or if signage is restricted, or whatever the case may be, you can still use this splash of color elsewhere on your digital marketing and your flyers and your social posts and things. So this is something I just want to make mention of. Now, where can you access right now, or where are we planning for you to access these stickers and how to utilize these accents? And I'll stop sharing my presentation, but Ben, maybe you can confirm for me. Can you see right now my Canva screen?
Yep, got it.
Perfect. Okay. So first of all, in our Harcourts library, in our Canva library, these are available now for you to come in here and see what we have available. Right now, I'm just in our digital section, and I'm not in anything, but I'll make us come into our social squares or our social posts, versus a story. Or this is you can choose whatever you're looking for, but you'll notice that I've got all of our accents across our options. So we've got client engagement options. These are also new templates within Canva, and we also have them duplicated and new in our studio as well, but I'll get there. Okay, client engagement options. We have current market snapshot options. We have agent detail options, and of course, all of the property related options as well. Now, on our property related, that's the one I kind of want to show you here quickly first, because those are the ones that you could also, put your sold stickers or your just listeds. And I want to show you how to do that within a Canva template. So I will just take this one, for example. And like always in our Canva templates, you click that add template. Mine says edit because I created it, but yours will say add template, which will pop it directly into your personal Canva account, into your projects. All right. And you're going to notice every one of these has the option here with the sticker itself. These property related options, you can just delete the top one if you want to put, text to write sold or just listed or open house or whatever you want to do on these. So I wanted to provide both stickers here so that you have that option on any of our property related templates. So that's social media, that's flyers, that's postcards, you name it. So when you're coming through here in our Canva accounts, and maybe you want to look at something print related, maybe that's a flyer or a postcard, whatever the case, you're going to come in here, you're going to click flyers, and you'll read through. This is our current market snapshot flyer. This is an auction related flyer. And this is a property traditional listing related flyer that maybe you'd want to do the same thing for. So you would add templates. Maybe you want to utilize this. You'll come in and you'll notice the stickers are here as well, of which you can delete the top layer if you want to put a property related mention or keep the H. Okay, you can keep your office logo here. It's simply meant to enhance this design. Now, I do want to mention, you'll notice there's two flyers here. A lot of designs, especially in Canva, I offer a 2-agent option and a single agent option. So that's why we have two different flyers here. When you pop into these designs and you know what you're working with, just delete the one you're not working with so that you don't have any trouble downloading it. I just wanted to make that quick tip. Okay, so that's right now available across our Canva designs in flyers, postcards, social media posts. Everything in here will have our Harcourts brand accent. In our studio, we are still in the works of putting it in, but I want to show you how it's going to work once it's available in the studio as well. Now, everything in Canva in the studio is the same. The reason we have both options is because with Canva, you can have a little bit more manipulating power, which is something else I should probably mention. You can move these wherever you want them to be. So they aren't just stuck in one location. That's the beauty of Canva. Now, the reason we, and the beauty that we use the studio for is, let's say you are in the studio That MLS lookup is an option that a lot of agents really like using, where Canva might be a little more manipulatable, if that's a word, and you can move that circle from place to place on your designs. The studio is nice for those looking to do a quick design with the MLS lookup. How are you going to utilize the sticker once it is in the studio? It's going to be an option across all our designs here on the left, probably between MLS Lookup and Teams, but it will be here on the left and it's going to say Harcourts accent. And you will click it and it will be an option to have the H logo. It will be an option to have coming soon, sold, just listed, all of those property options, and it will pop up here in a corner that we decide will look best on the flyer or the social template or whatever it may be. And if you choose to utilize a coming soon mention or a just listed mention, it will eliminate this option from our templates. So we are thinking ahead for you guys. It will be an option here under this left side, and it will pop up here on your templates wherever it looks best. And again, if you're using it to make mention of whatever the status of your property is, that will eliminate this section so that it's not duplicated here and here. All right, that's our plans for the studio, and that is what we have available for you now here in Canva. Once the studio is open, I will utilize one of my quick 10-minute trainings to come in here and showcase how you guys can use it. I will record it and send it out so that everyone is aware of how to use it and how to find it. And I will field any questions from there. So hopefully you guys are excited as I am about this new feature. And lastly, before I close out, I did just want to show you that there are a ton of new templates here inside the studio and Canva. You'll recognize some of our old templates from last year that a lot of agents still use. So I do keep them in here and they are available to you, but do have a look through of what we have. This is simply our flyer section, but our socials have a lot of options. Our postcards have options, everything. Our email footers have new designs. Everything in here has this year's new branding and new designs, not just our Harcourts accent, but also new designs across the board in Canva in the studio.
We're trying to use the H a lot more, aren't we, Em? Just as
We
like a
are.
brand, like obviously the brand accent is there now. We've also got just the H logo that is an option for a lot of people that hasn't been available in the past. So
Yes.
at the end of the day, I think that that's a more powered by. And then keep in mind, folks, is you can have your own logo that you can upload into the studio, obviously into the Canva templates and everything along those lines. If you have gone through and designed your own logo with our Harcourts design team, or you've got your own one that you've had some of your graphic designers done. I think that's one of the things that I do want to point out here is the flexibility of everything. Speaking with Lauren today about all of that AI stuff, Phil will talk about this a little bit later on, the flexibility of those systems as well, in order to be able to access all of this stuff as well with the Zapier integration and everything like that, guys, is something that you can do with all of that if you're looking to automate your business. David Buck, how about real stickers for laptops and cars? Not a bad idea, Dave. I would say we could definitely get that done, and that's no problem at all. I'd probably suggest a magnet though. Like I think that would probably be a bit better, so that then you're not like you're not defaming your car as much. But certainly that's definitely something that we're actually speaking with Builder Sign at the moment, and a few of the other sign companies that if you guys need those templates or whatever it is, please let us know. But Em, anything else? What are we missing?
Um, that's everything that
Cool.
I had to go through, but I did just want to end by saying I'm excited to see you make it your own. So Dave's already on track to do that. So thanks for the idea, Dave.
Good deal. Awesome stuff. Josh just said he has some H logo ones that he can cover up the Apple on your laptop. So yeah, there you go. Perfect.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Excellent. Thanks, Em.